Okay, so I got a few more mods I want to share with you today. I hope you're all keeping well. Let's just get straight into it. Now, being a massive fan of the Cornetto saga, or the Cornetto trilogy, it's a series of 3 movies with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. 3 fantastic movies. And it's called the Cornetto trilogy because in each one you can see a cornetto at some point, or they're eating a cornetto. So the first one will be the strawberry cornetto, so that's the red one. The next one is the blue one, the vanilla and chocolate cornetto. And then the last one is the green wrapper, the mint cornetto. But anyway, back on track. I was quite excited then when I saw New Quest Hot Fuzz. It wasn't what I was expecting. Let's just put it that way. From the moment I saw where it takes place, I realized I was barking up the wrong tree with this one. Again, this is another mod by Deceptious. Yeah, it's for people who have played a Judy romance. It's just a little bit more, interaction there. Moving on. Oh, I thought this one was a great little quality of life addition for combat at least, and that's Zoomable Scopes, uploaded by Nexus Guy 999 and created by Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Oh god. Basically, it lets you zoom in your scopes. It kind of zooms the whole screen in when you've got your scope up. It makes sense really. It's kind of in the future you'd expect a scope to be able to zoom, and in so many games you can zoom in the scopes, but in this one you couldn't, so this is kind of cool. When you zoom in to the maximum level on a weapon that you're not skilled up on, like this one, yeah, it's absolutely impossible to use, but still, I don't think that's the mod's fault. That's because I'm on a character here who can't actually use that weapon. But yeah, I thought it was a good idea. You can find that on Nexus as well, of course. Now, I've got a few car ones that I want to share with you. The first one is Bailout. Now, this is a little lackluster, but the idea is there, and I think it's moving in a good direction. One of the things that annoyed me coming from playing games like GTA was not being able to dive out of a moving vehicle and it coming to a stop to let you out anytime you tried to get out. You can jump off a moving bike perfectly, as you've seen in my other videos, but you can't dive out of a car. Well, that's what this mod Bailout, uploaded by 54yeg and created by LOL3k, lets you do. Now, the mod doesn't actually stop the vehicle applying the brakes, it just lets you get out before that happens. So you get to kind of lean out of the car and jump out, and it goes for a little bit longer than it ordinarily would. You don't have to stop first, which actually makes arriving to some combat situations pretty badass, actually. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Your car doesn't go barreling off, destroying absolutely everything like I was hoping it would, but that's probably actually for the better. So that's Bailout. And as always, links to all of these in the description below. Now, there's another mod here called Cyberdrift. This one's actually not been around for that long, and it's basically a mod that improves the drift model within the game and makes the car handle better. Now, I'm probably not the best person to speak on whether or not this does what it says on the tin or not. I kind of feel like it did make the cars more handleable. It didn't improve my driving at all, but yeah, I did actually feel like the drifting was a little bit more, yeah, I don't know, intuitive perhaps. This was created by Perfect Gorilla and uploaded by Shinya On. So it changes the start and end angles of drift, it changes the dynamic downforce, and also the speed requirements of drift entry. It seems to be set up and tweaked to be improved for sports and exotic car classes, and they would be the best ones to try this one out on. Check it out and see what you think. We've got a Pagani Zonda in the game now, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Sounds great. Looks great, handles brilliantly, again, in my very laymanic opinion. Created by KRNLNIK, I think Colonel Nick is how that's pronounced. It was only uploaded in July and it looks phenomenal. I love it. It's probably going to be my new daily driver in videos when I'm not on a bike. Everything about it is tailor-made. Its handling, suspension settings, and the speed setup. It's actually faster than the Caliburn, and it's a full-on add-on car. It's not a replacer. The interior is fully customized, and when you sit in it, when you're driving in first-person mode, looking out the windscreen, you actually feel so low to the ground when coming up to other cars, just like you would driving something like this in real life, I assume. I've never driven anything quite like this, but there you go. So yeah, looks pretty damn good, and it's an awesome addition to have. You'll obviously need to have the virtual car dealer to get this one. Created by DJ Kovric. Full instructions on how to set up and install these kind of mods are always on the page on Nexus Mods anyway. And another thing that I believe was on my list of 10 missed opportunities that would have been, you know, great things to have in the game would be like a Spotify or a Music Anywhere type situation with all this tech in our head. Surely we could have music in places that wasn't just in our vehicles. And there's a mod that addresses this, and it's called Pocket Radio. Thanks, Ian, for reminding me to check this one out. Created by Keanu Weeze, again, brilliant, and uploaded by Nexus Guy 999. It's awesome, and it does exactly that. You configure it, you pull it up, and you can strut your stuff while listening to music. It actually makes walking through the city so much more immersive when you can imagine you've got your, you know, your headphones or your earbuds or whatever in, listening to the radio or your tunes.
Authoritarian NUSA government.
Oh, this is brilliant, and it's amazing that this wasn't even in there, given the cybernetics available in this kind of future. Built-in night vision with the Kuroshis was a huge missed opportunity. Very simple thing to implement too, as it appears for this Kuroshi Optics night vision mod. So again, this is another one of Keanu Weeze's ones, and it's got a very straightforward implementation. Once you go and buy the mod for your Kuroshi Optics and install it, you can just turn on night vision at the touch of a button. It's just like a filter that ups the brightness and gives the green hue, but it's perfect. It does exactly what you'd expect. Just like taking Cat in The Witcher, you know, and lets you see in the dark areas. I think it's pretty damn cool, and yeah, a very, very worthwhile addition. I'm going to make a list in the future of all my essential mods, and something like this is definitely going to be on that list. Okay, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little mod rundown. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, folks. Bye.
Oh, hey. So what now?
YouTube thinks you might find this video here interesting as well, so maybe check that out.